All right. This is the Fakeologist theme song. It's called Electromania by it's called Collide by Electromania. It's a no copyright sound song. I play this because I stream on YouTube and Facebook, at least at the beginning. So this way the stream won't be screwed up. Good evening, everyone. It is Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. This is Fakeologist Show. How's everyone tonight? We have a recurring guest tonight. You all know him. He's definitely one of my favorite guests. Actually, I haven't had any recurring guests this month because I just sort of got sidetracked with all kinds of other things. So I didn't really call upon any recurring guests. Of course, I don't have any people clamoring for guests either. But I always like to have Mr. E on because he brings the content and I really don't have to think much when he shows up because he has a great opinion on everything. So, yeah, without further delay, Mr. E, hello from Thailand.
Hello. Thanks for having me on again. Good to see you. Good to talk again.
Yeah. We were it's good to have you on. And like I said, I'm a patron of a couple people I really like on the internet. I think people should always patronize. So make sure you patronize Mr. E on Patreon or support independent media. You really have to put your money where your mouth is because in these days, people need your support. So you're one of my regulars. So I like to have the people I support on if they're willing to come on, of course, and just talk about their stuff and promote their stuff because I think it's really important. So yeah, I called you up because you're always pretty fast on the reply, which is great, and you're always willing to come on and talk. So that's double great. So that's why I hit you up. So it was about a month or so that you've been here. So I figured, come on back.
Yeah.
And it kind of forced me to catch up on your videos. Every now and then I have so many people you listen to and follow. I said, no, I'm gonna force myself, at least on the way home, to catch up on your last 4 videos, and that way they'll be fresh in my mind.
Yeah, I got a bunch that are kind of like halfway finished, and
We got more in the can.
I gotta finish it. Yeah. There's always a few I'm always working on, and and I just haven't. It just didn't. Yeah, the timing's not right to upload a couple of them. So, and they're not finished yet. But yeah, I've been working away. I got a little sick last month. Actually, October. It slowed me down a little bit.
You mean
the
after you were
seasons
on the
changed.
show?
Yeah. I think it's just the seasons changed here. It was like the rainy season, and then it went into the cool season.
Yeah. But what changes? Does the light change? Because you're near the equator, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know if the light changes or not, but it's different than it is in North America, but it's still a change. I usually get sick once a year. I mean, normally it's like we used to call it the flu, but I think it's more of a throat infection, to be honest. What I get.
Oh dear.
They used to give me antibiotics, and then they started like giving me really dangerous, evil drugs a few years ago. Even before the scamdemic, it was they started to introduce new dangerous prescription drugs.
Oh, great.
And yeah, I got a recent story. Speaking of pharmakia and the pharmacies, just like 2 days ago, I went into a pharmacy. And I had forgotten, I think in one of my recent videos, I talked about how the Bible says pharmacists are going to hell.
I posted that. I just posted that today on egi.fakeologist.com.
Yeah, and it does. I mean, it does. That's what it says.
Go to hell
I didn't say it.
And the pharmacists. See, I put it there.
Wow. See, I wouldn't even say that. That's these.
Well, that was the punchline. Whenever I watch or listen or read something, I always look for a punchline that can really get people involved. So, yeah.
Wow.
If you, because
that was in the placebo video. Yeah, because
you started off in the placebo thing, which was a great video. This is what I like about your videos. You start to wander all over the place, and you can't just watch a video of Mr. E for the title. You got to stay for the whole thing because you go into other stuff, which makes them really interesting. So that's why people have to go
Yeah.
right to the
Well, I'm
end.
connecting dots, right? There's
Yeah,
always, like, layers
so
and
good.
layers of things. I'm kind of like, I wander all over the place, but it's all related
It is all
somehow,
you
at
do
least in
thread
my mind.
everything. It's a thread.
Yeah,
You follow a
yeah.
thread, which is
A
great, and
thread,
I do
yeah.
the same thing, and then you pull up all kinds of like, what other truther has the Bible in English, in Greek, and with the definitions all on one screen? So you really
Yeah,
break it down. It's really important.
yeah. Well, I had to start learning Greek. I
Yeah,
started in, like, 2020 just because all the books I was reading would have Greek in it, and
yeah.
they without English, without a translation or anything, so I was like, "Oh, man, I gotta." For something like studying the androgyne topic led me into the Greek literature, so I had to start learning Greek. So it's not I can't really speak it very well,
It's
but I can
extremely
kind of read it.
useful. Extre
Yeah,
if
it
we
is.
all
It's
learn
very
Greek and
English.
Latin too.
Yeah, I studied that a bit in college. I should have focused on Greek. I think English is more related to Greek. In fact, that's what they say. In fact,
More than
so
Latin?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
more than
wow.
Latin.
Okay.
Even though the letters are more Latin, but it's the words themselves, more come more from Greek than Latin, actually.
Yeah, well, there you
And
go.
it's
That's
really
another
interesting, yeah. Yeah, it's really,
like,
really
does
interesting, and it
anyone in
really
the world like, do the elite they must learn Latin and Greek. I'm thinking all the, elite
probably
schools,
Hebrew as
boarding
well, yeah.
schools, they have to learn it.
Probably, but they learn, like, French and stuff as well, German, I think, languages that are like, you don't really like, Greek Greece isn't really an important, powerful political country these days, but yet,
No, no,
culturally, it's incredibly important, and I
history.
think even I think it still is it's just like Rome, right? Greece and Rome, they're still maybe they're still kind of alive and well in ways we don't really know.
Well,
Like
the elite,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, it's all these bloodlines are still in power. The royal families all descend from these Greek royal
yeah.
families, right? So yeah, they probably do study Greek, and they take it very seriously. Like most of us, it's just kind of optional. It's kind of nerdy, and it's like,
It's
I don't
not
want to do
even an
that.
option. Who does it offer to? It wasn't offered to
Probably
me.
not in high school. Yeah, we
No,
had it in college, but I didn't take it in college. I took Latin for
no,
some crazy reason.
no, people aren't guided
Um,
towards that. I heard there's a
yeah.
really I heard later after I went to university a couple times and just left because I couldn't stand it. I was in science and I just didn't like any of it. But I heard liberal arts back, I don't know when, back maybe in the 70s was a really great way to learn because you learned how to learn. That's what I understand. Liberal arts colleges, they're
Yeah.
not liberal, it's liberal classical arts where you learn Greek and Latin and maybe the trivium. I don't know what they learn, but I think you learn how to learn, which is to me
Yeah.
very, very valuable.
Yeah.
And, I think the elite go through some of that stuff. They learn how to learn, and, of course, then they learn how to control people, which is so
Yeah.
important to know how
Yeah.
to do all that
Yeah,
through
they didn't offer that to us, to me. I was never taught
no.
how to control how to get other people to work for you,
Yeah,
and then you control
to
the
do
whole
your bidding.
system.
Yeah,
How to create narratives to control
yeah.
the masses. They did
How to create the
they did
dialectic. It's called the dialectic where
ah,
you give them both sides, so you
yeah.
create synthesis. So you always give them a dialectic, I think. And I just
Ah,
piece all this together by watching different people's videos, and I try and synthesize from my own site and my own brain just how to do all this. I mean, that's what my site has morphed into over the years. Obviously, I looked into 9/11 JFK. You can only do that for so long, but I really
yeah,
want to know the tricks of the elite. So, I
yeah,
bring in some Mr. E who's got all this androgyne stuff and Kabbalah, and it's all and the power structure that way. And then I might look into some history. The people they're talking about how the Cecil Rhodes started the Rhodes Scholarship, and he
mm,
modeled it after the Jesuits, and then
mm,
the WEF kind of started their young apprentice program that was modeled
mm,
after Cecil Rhodes. Like, these guys just keep sharing
uh,
all their secrets, and we just have to read them to know. And now, of course, the
yeah,
WEF alumni with the Rhodes Scholars control the whole world. They're in every level of government. So
yeah,
you can't just fire Joe Biden because the whole
Yeah.
infrastructure is infested with these globalists. It's like now I have
Yeah.
a mouse problem in my house. So, you know, when you see one mouse, that means you got 50 others. So we've
Yeah.
been snapping them away 2 or 3 a day for the last few days now. So it's the same with
Y
these guys that control the world. You know, it's not one guy. These guys are
Yeah.
everywhere and they fanned out
Yeah.
and now they've made their move.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that's what
Yeah,
I
I mean,
like.
it's
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, it's a good topic on, it's kind of election day in the US,
Yes.
and people, there I think they will have at least, the narrative, it will be a Republican landslide, but yet so that'll make everyone all happy, and it's like, "Yeah," everyone gets all emotional, it's like, "Yeah, we won, we're back, justice will be done," but yet they're all controlled as well, right? The
Both
left
sides
and
for
the right.
sure.
Yeah, both
Oh, yeah.
sides, even though the one maybe one side kind of, says things that you like to hear more than the other,
Mm,
and, but yet they're all kinda working on the same team, so, yeah, that's the unfortunate, reality, I think, and in the elections, they probably do kind of count the ballots and all that, and just to see what people are thinking,
yeah.
and then they have to decide, should we go with what people are thinking, or should we just totally do the opposite? I think if they tried to, steal this election, it would just really, really, aggravate people to a point where
Well,
they don't
as,
care. So
IPS is another guy I follow every day. He calls it an election rigging contest. So who's the best rigging is gonna win. I think it's a really great way of looking at it, to be honest with you. Um, and
Yeah,
and
just really,
hold
really,
on,
well,
let me just start my stream because I have to get my FakeOtube chat in my window here. So I have to start my stream to get the chat. So there we go. So the FakeOtube chat is up. And let me say goodbye to YouTube because I always start this stream on YouTube and I started on Facebook, Twitter, D Live, and FakeOtube. But just in case we say anything controversial, I have to get us off YouTube. So if anyone wants to listen to the rest
uh,
of the show, it's FAK 643 with Mr. E of Apocalypse Watchmen. Mr. E, the famous Mr. E, the lead trans investigator in the world who comes on this show once a month. So we're going to say goodbye to YouTube. And if you want the rest of this, then you have